Are you having a good day? I really hope so, because today we're going to be reading about a boy named Alexander who is having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Now, this is a book that was published back in 1972, and it is, in my opinion, it's a classic. I mean, I grew up with this book, and I remember my mom reading it to me. There's a couple sequels, if I remember correctly, but this is the only one I have. And I don't remember much about the book, so we're going to see how it holds up in the year of our Lord 2021. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair, and when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Well, that is certainly one way to start off your Monday. Your koala bear there, I'm gonna say that's a koala bear. It looks like you're feeding him too much, man. You need to cut back on the eucalyptus treats or whatever koalas eat. What do koalas eat? At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. Wow, the 70s had some other kind of stuff going on with their cereal. Nowadays, you just get like, it's a QR code to download a game that's free that you could have just downloaded anyway, but here's a piece of paper, and you buy it, do it. So we found that in his cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his box. But in my box, all I found was breakfast cereal. Well, that's probably because you're eating, like, wheat pops, dude. I mean, I don't know. We've got rice cereal, oat cereal, and wheat pops. You know, actually, now that I say them out loud, wheat pops does sound kind of like the best one there. So he was probably eating, like, oat cereal. And you know what? I'm not hating. I eat oat cereal myself. I'm a Cheerios man. What can I say? It's heart healthy. Happy heart healthy. Buy Cheerios. This is not sponsored, but it could be. I mean, you know, General Mills. I have a phone. I think I'll move to Australia. I'm sorry to tell you this, man. The world is not that big, and you can't escape your problems. Same cereal problems you have here in the good old US of A, you're gonna have in Australia. I mean, it might be worse. You could open up your cereal, and there could be like a huntsman spider could just pop right out, and I mean, I would leave. I would burn all of Australia up, and I would go back to the US, where we have like black widows, but you know, they're not in my cereal. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I am going to be car sick. No one even answered. Well, I mean, I feel kind of bad because, you know, I do get car sick sometimes, or at least I did when I was Alex's age, which I'm assuming to be like 8 or 9 or something like that. But, you know, whatever. You get car sick, you get the window seat next time. You gotta call it, man. You gotta call shotgun. Everybody respects shotgun, you know? Also, I just want to point out that Mrs. Gibson, her shades there are pretty excellent, in my opinion. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. Are you kidding me, dude? Invisible castle? Well, no shit. I mean, look. It's just a blank piece of paper. Come on, Alex. I have zero sympathy there. I mean, let's see. Honestly, we got man with hat, fine. We've got bird, that's cool. I like the happy pony. That's kind of nice, but I do think that Paul did the best job. I mean, that's a sailboat. What can you say? At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I honestly, I don't need 16. I could have gone right 15 to 17. Who cares, you know? It's just one extra word. One more thing for the old brain fire. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Well, buddy, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the day is already going on. You've had breakfast, you've gone to school, you've failed at drawing an invisible castle, and you've gone through singing class and counting time, whatever that is. Day's already pretty bad. Also, I'm going to rescind my previous estimation that he's like 8 or 9 and say now that I know that he's taking like counting and he left out the number 16, maybe he's like 5. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. Oh, God. Oh, boy. We're getting into some drama. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I mean, dude, you drew an invisible castle. Come on. Especially on the next page. You're making that face there, and that's not a very friendly face. I don't even know if you would be my third best friend. You might even be like my 8th or 9th best friend, though. Honestly, I don't really categorize my best friends like that. I have my best friends, and then I have just, everybody else, I guess. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. Oh, well, that explains the face. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Man, this guy either loves or hates Australia. I mean, he wants them to have ice cream, so I guess he wants to go there and have ice cream. What's your obsession with Australia, dude? There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? Oh, man, you didn't even get like a cosmic brownie or nothing? Oh, and in case you forgot, it was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So he's gone from thinking it would be to now thinking it is. And, well, maybe you should take some initiative and pack your own dessert, buddy. Of course, you are like 5 years old. I don't know. That is kind of earth-shattering for a child. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Australians all... On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby, and I'm assuming this is just going to be continued, so let's just look at this real quick. There is child in mud, angry, mean-looking brother, and poor Alex. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. She got mad at you for being muddy. I mean, come on. No kid is just throwing themselves in the mud. Well, actually, I do remember playing in the mud when I was a wee lad running around. I do remember getting pushed as well, so I don't know. Come on, Mom. You gotta feel bad, except for the invisible castle thing. That doesn't get any sympathy. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one even answered. That's sad, man. I mean, you're being a bit brash about it, probably. There's probably a little bit of hyperbole in there. You got like 6 adjectives, but he's a kid. So then when we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers, Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white shoes, but they can't make me wear them. Well, you're going to step on some glass, Alexander. You've already fallen in the mud, so clearly the world is not a barefoot accepting place. That said, I mean, white shoes aren't that bad. Honestly, kind of looks kind of clean these days. You got that, what is it, the things the kids say? The drip! Alex with the drip! When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was as careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. Oh my god. Please, family, leave me alone. I'm a grown-ass man. I can walk, okay? There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. Well, I can get behind that. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Well, you're a kid, so, kissing's a part of life. What can I say? I mean, I give a kiss to my wife. I go, mwah. I give a kiss to my kitties. I go, mwah, mwah. And I even give my, right there on the cheek. Kisses are great. Now, nobody's gonna kiss you if you're making that face, Alexander. You better stop. Well, actually, I guess for your own means, you should probably just keep doing that face. If you don't want to be gift. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. I don't know. They look really cozy to me. And, I mean, who doesn't like trains? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like trains. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. Mickey Mouse nightlight. Oh, yeah, well, there it is. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. Well, that's not really a problem in my book. I don't really like when the cat's standing on me and I'm trying to be cozy. So, count your blessings. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Wow. Okay, Mom. A little bit of dose of reality there for Alexander. And I think I can see those words just reverberating in his ears there and on his face and just kind of coming to terms with reality as it is. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. So that's right, child. You cannot escape the terrors of this world. There's going to be bad days, and then there's going to be slightly better days, but mostly it's going to be bad days, and that's going to be life for you, Alexander. There he is, again, just coming to terms with reality as it is. And that's the end of the book. Yeah. What do you say to that? Hey, kids, some days you're just going to have really bad days, and there's going to be zero redemption, and your mom's going to be like, yeah, you know what? It just happens. That's life, kid. And I guess that's the moral. Put it up here. That's life, kid. And you remember that. You take that with you. And, chew on that. Don't chew it like going to sleep, though, because you're going to wake up with gum in your hair. That's the biggest lesson, probably, from this. Aside from that, is don't sleep with gum in your hair because your day is going to start off bad. And I'm done talking about this. Time to go have a bad day, I guess. It's scary living. Well, that's going to do it for us today, friends. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you like this sort of thing, feel free to drop a like or subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. As always, you can check us out at wereedbooks.com or follow us on the Instagram and the Twitters at wereedbooks. And, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, friends, and I do hope that you will join me the next time we read something together. Ta-ta. And I hope you have a good day. Yeah.